right, folks. How's it going? Uh, Hopefully, we'll have the usual cast of characters tuning in tonight. I know some people are busy. They might come in late or they may not come in at all. I know folks are busy right now, so I apologize for the light. I don't even have lights on. This is a light coming in from the window, so I may have to tone it down a bit. But all right. I had a live stream last week and we discussed a few things, especially some of the movies that are coming out. Let me make sure that because I'm trying to broadcast live onto Facebook, and it looks like it's working. So, all right, where's the sound? Oh, okay. All right, it's working. All right, sorry about that. Um, we talked about, of course, Project Hail Mary, how well that's doing. And now that they're just starting the promotion cycle for Mandalorian and Grogu, um, after I said that you weren't seeing anything about it, you had really bad teaser during the Super Bowl that didn't do anything. People were just kind of like, they didn't really. I mean, people just blew it off. People saying, "Oh, Disney doesn't care. They don't have faith in the film or anything like that." And but from the Super Bowl ad of Project Hail Mary and all, it was. I mean, that film was everywhere. It was being promoted on billboards, buses, all over social media, ads all over television and stuff. And look how well that film has done. They're extending the theatrical run and they are now putting it back in IMAX because of word of mouth. People want to see it on the biggest screen possible, and you should because the film is phenomenal. Project Hail Mary is one of the best films I've seen at least in the past 25 years. It's what movies should be. It tells just a great story based on a phenomenal book. The uh, Film shot a lot of stuff practically. It was just a damn good story. It didn't push an agenda or anything like that. It's a movie that you could take the whole family to go see. It's really that good. But now we're starting to see more promotions for Mandalorian and Grogu. A lot of the toys that collectors pre-ordered are starting to be delivered. Some of the figures and vehicles and things like that. You're starting to see more TV ads, more things on social media, Facebook and Instagram, X, and other sites like that. You're seeing behind the scenes videos. They had a thing, of course, with influencers where they walked them on one of the sets, the Adelphi base, and then they got a tour of like one of the warehouses with all the props from the Mandalorian series and of course, the Mando Grogu movie. If you follow, excuse me, Adam Savage, he was on the show Mythbusters. He used to work for Lucasfilm. Well, on his YouTube channel, Adam Savage is tested. He's walking around with Jon Favreau, and they're talking about how they made the film. They're on the set of the Adelphi base. They're going over the props and how they approached everything. If you get to watch those videos, they're pretty good, very informative. I've been following the Adam Savage tested channel for a few years because he does a lot of creating and stuff on there, which is good because I've always, been into building things, since I was a kid, models and stuff like that. So it's, good to see someone who actually worked in the industry, how they do things, and the series of videos he's put out this week and last week is all geared towards Mando and Grogu. So you're starting to see that. You're seeing interviews, of course, with the cast, with Pedro Pascal, Sigourney Weaver and such. So they're in hype mode right now. So I mean, hopefully the film does well. A lot of people would say, "Oh, it's going to suck." The magic in Star Wars, then the interest in Star Wars is gone. You know, it's just, I'm going to go see it. Of course, being a lifelong Star Wars fan, I will go see it. But the news today that broke, I'm gonna pull up the screen here. Geez, it's been a while since I've used StreamYard. Mandalorian star Gina Carano teases Cara Dune return after meeting with Lucasfilm execs. This is on comicbookmovie.com. I saw a brief video clip of the interview she did with Ariel Helwani, of course, because she's training now for the Carano versus Ronda Rousey fight that's going to be on Netflix, I believe, in June. So, of course, it talks about how we met, Cara Dune's history, how we first met her in the series, and things like that. And then, of course, her being let go because of supposed social media posts that a bunch of sensitive pricks at Lucasfilm got offended over. But the star Pedro could, make his offensive posts because he was the star, which is bullshit. But, that's how Hollywood goes. So after she sued Disney Film, she sued Lucasfilm at Disney, and she won, which was a great thing. And when the lawsuit was settled, Disney issued a statement saying that it looked forward to identifying opportunities to work together following the settlement. Could that include Carano's return to a galaxy far, far away? Well, we knew that she was supposed to be the star of the Rangers of the New Republic show, but then that got the kibosh when she was released. So she just had an interview with Ariel Helwani, talking about the fight and things like that. And during a recent interview with Ariel Helwani, Carano was asked whether she believes Hollywood would welcome her back, admitting she isn't sure. Carano pointed out that anybody in Hollywood, producers, directors, would come up to me and say they did you dirty. And then apparently she's spoken with new Lucasfilm president Dave Filoni and the Mandalorian and Grogu Helmer Jon Favreau, who he brought her in. He created the character of Cara Dune specifically for her. So I've already had a conversation with Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. Really lovely. After we settled the lawsuit, we got on a Zoom call. It was really nice, Carano revealed. Dave Filoni taking over CEO of Star Wars. And it's like we didn't even miss a beat. Jon Favreau was really funny. Got on the Zoom and he's like, so where did we leave off? We hadn't spoken for a while. Now, of course, there's all kind of speculation. Does this mean Carano will make a surprise appearance in The Mandalorian and Grogu? It's possible, but not necessarily likely. It does, however, seem the door is now open for Cara Dune to make her Star Wars return. When and where that could happen is a mystery, especially as Lucasfilm now seems to be prioritizing big screen storytelling over streaming titles. So, of course, all the big channels are, the people that stream all day because they can afford to. They're, of course, she's going to make an appearance in Mando and Grogu. It'll be an end credit scene. And that's going to lead into Rangers of the New Republic. Is it possible they could fit in a cameo for her? Yes. But she's training for that Ronda Rousey fight. She could squeeze in a quick cameo. They could put it in the film last minute, but I'm not expecting it. Okay, I'm not. Oh, for those who ask, my shirt is like the Dunkin' Donuts logo, but it's drunken grown-ups. This is my drinking shirt. Um, while it would be great because she's back in fighting shape, she looks amazing. She's always been like my favorite female mixed martial artist, and yeah, it would be great to see her come back, even if it's just a cameo for like 15 seconds. But it's probably not going to happen. Could they surprise us? Yes, of course they could. But I'm not going to hold my breath. And people are going to get pissed off. Say, oh, they could have done this, they could have done that. Why didn't they put her in? Why didn't she make a cameo appearance? I mean, I don't know. I just don't know. So, like I said, we'll see. Other than that, like I said, they're just they're in uh, they're in promotion mode now for the film. We're gonna see because we're just about a month out, and of course it's gonna pick up over the next few weeks. We'll see more and more. They've released the popcorn pictures of the popcorn buckets because apparently that's the thing now. You get these exclusive collectible popcorn buckets depending on what theater chain you go to. I think it's mostly Regal. Um, the closest theater to me is 2 minutes away is a place called Picture Show, and they don't offer any of those like collectible things, the popcorn buckets and stuff like that. So what can you do? Um, uh, People that do get those popcorn buckets, they sell them for like big money on eBay to other collectors, and yeah, people pay it. Like look at Project Hail Mary had a cool one. It was the space helmet, and yeah, there's going to be I think like 5 different ones for the Mando and Grogu of popcorn buckets. So would it be cool to have one? Yeah, but like I'm not chasing one down. Um, let's see. So I think that's about it for Star Wars news this week. Uh, I mean, um, I've been so busy with work and things like that. I haven't been like seriously following the news. I just catch up like when I get home and I see things on social media or YouTube, other channels, covering breaking news. Oh, here's a new TV spot, things like that. Maybe as it gets closer to the film, I'll see more, or I'll get into more news. But other than that, I'm not watching the last season of The Boys. I think I stopped watching after season 3. It just starting to getting like too political and stuff like that. It's like keep that shit out of my entertainment. I don't want to see it. And the spin-off that they had, Gen V, it was announced that it is being canceled now after only 2 seasons. Gen V, also from comicbookmovie.com. Gen V canceled after 2 seasons of Prime Video. Vought Rising is set for 2027 premiere. I hate these pop-up things. Come on. All right. It's just been confirmed that The Boys spin-off Gen V, I never watched it. I heard it wasn't that great, has been canceled by Prime Video after 2 seasons. The news was expected, and it comes 6 months after season 2 launched on the streamer. The writing was on the wall for the series when one of its leads, Asad Gurman, booked a series regular role on another streaming show, Paramount Plus's Frisco King. I think that's going to be the new spinoff with Samuel L. Jackson, I think. And I got rid of my Paramount Plus like a year ago. Gen V was renewed for season 2 halfway through season 1, The tragic death of star Chance Perdermo led to a significant delay in production after the second batch of episodes underwent major rewrites. Both seasons received positive reviews. Season 1 has 97% on Rotten Tomatoes, compared to Season 2's 91%, but as is typical with streaming platforms, viewership numbers are unknown. So, let's see. Ultimately, Season 2 didn't quite soar in the same way as its predecessor. Quickly moving on from the big status quo, changed, promised in the finale, it also ended in a way that closed the door on the show's leads, remaining at Godolphin University School of Crime Fighting, the main premise of the series, or premise. I'm sorry, I can't talk today. I'm so tired. While wishing we could keep the party going another season at Godolphin, we're committed to continuing the Gen V character stories in The Boys Season 5 and other VCU projects on the horizon, said Eric Kripke and Evan Goldberg, executive producers of the Vought Cinematic Universe today. You'll see them again. Gen V concluded with the young Supes being recruited by Starlight. They've yet to show up in Season 5 of The Boys, though we've heard the heroes will have a relatively minor role. Let's see. Now, like I said, I haven't been following the latest season of The Boys, and I think they're halfway through. I think it's usually an 8-episode season. I think they're halfway through the last season. So, like, I could care less what happens. I like the first couple of seasons of The Boys. Then it started getting too political, too way out there. It started drifting a lot from the source material. So, as what usually does when you translate like a comic or graphic novel series to screen. So, that's about it. On The Boys. Let's see. I don't care about the new Spider-Man film. I gave up on Marvel. Years ago after Endgame, because it just started to push agendas. Freaking crap like that. Now they're talking about a Transformers and G.I. Joe crossover is still in the works, but not at Paramount, which is weird. Now, Masters of the Universe released a new trailer, but apparently a few people have been getting copyright strikes, so I'm not going to play it here. You can view it on YouTube. Apparently there was some controversy. I guess the actress for Teela was oh geez, John, I just gave a message. Sorry to hear that. I might end the stream early because it looks like nobody's tuning in. I know some people are busy. Just figured I'd come on, talk with some folks, but I know a lot of people got some things to do. So I just brought some of that news out for folks that didn't hear about the Gina Carano news possibly returning to the Star Wars universe. And yeah, I think other than that, that's it. So, all right, folks, I'm sorry for such a short stream. I figured I'd have some guests on here tonight, but looks like that's not happening. So I'll try to have another stream next week. I also streamed this to my Facebook page. I don't know if anybody watched it on there. So I'll check later. If you want, this will be on my YouTube channel page. You can watch this brief, this really short stream. So, all right, folks, I'm going to end it. Everybody have a good night, and maybe I'll have another stream next week. I'll catch you all later.
If you like what you see here, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon to never miss an episode, and thanks for watching.